Have you ever tried learning a new language?
Oh, yeah. It's really tough.
Right. You step into the real world.
You open your mouth, you feel like a robot.
Exactly. You just feel like a malfunctioning robot.
You know, all the vocabulary, the rules are there.
But, the words just feel so clunky.
They really do. You communicate your basic needs.
Yeah, but you don't feel human at all.
It's so frustrating. A very universal experience.
It really is. So welcome to our deep dive.
Thanks. We're looking at something fascinating today.
Yes, a script from the Mr. English channel.
Episode 18.
Right.
Can you copy my voice?
That's the one. It looks like a simple lesson.
But it's actually total masterclass.
Right. We're unpacking that A1 to A2 jump.
Moving from survival mode to real human connection.
We have two characters in this source text.
Lucy is the A1 beginner. She sounds very stiff.
And Jordan is her A2 guide. He sounds natural.
So, how do we make that jump?
Well, the main tool here is shadowing.
Right. Shadowing. Let's unpack this a bit.
It means you listen to a voice. You copy it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You match their exact pacing and their tone.
I mean, I have to be honest here.
Yeah. What is it?
Isn't that just mindless parroting?
That's a very common reaction, actually.
I mean, you're just mirroring sounds.
Right. It feels like you weren't thinking.
Exactly. You aren't generating your own
It
thoughts.
feels very backwards. I totally get that.
How does repeating a phrase build real confidence?
Well, let's look at the brain state.
Okay. What happens in an A1 learner's brain?
An A1 learner has a very tired brain.
Right. Their working memory is totally overwhelmed.
Yes. They're searching for every single noun.
And they're checking all the verb rules.
Plus, they building the sentence structure.
You're doing complex math in your head.
Precisely. You think before every single sound.
That sounds exhausting.
It is. The brain work is just too much.
So there's no brain power left for emotion.
Exactly. No energy for rhythm or pitch.
Wow. That makes so much sense.
Shadowing stops all that extra overthinking.
Because the words are already provided for you.
Yes. You skip the sentence building part completely.
It frees up your brain power entirely.
Right. You focus on the physical part.
The stress, the pitch, the rhythm.
It builds up your physical muscle memory.
Yes, long before your grammar catches up.
Like learning a hard song on the piano.
You can stare at the sheet music for weeks.
But you have to physically practice the hand movements.
Exactly. Shadowing forces you to practice the mouth movement.
It builds the physical habits of fluency.
Okay, so shadowing is the physical method.
Right. But what are we actually shadowing?
Let's look at the first big hurdle.
Changing from a robot to a real person.
Yes. Lucy gives a very stiff introduction.
She says, "Hello, my name is Lucy."
I come from China. It's perfectly grammatical.
But it's incredibly stiff, right?
Definitely. Then Jordan gives the A2 upgrade.
Hi there. I'm Lucy, and I'm from China.
It's great to meet you. It's so fluid.
The biggest shift here is using contractions.
Right. Changing I am to I'm.
It seems minor, but it changes everything.
It really does. It's a huge difference.
It's like upgrading a black and white sketch.
Oh, I really like that analogy.
Yeah. Contractions and tone add all the color.
Exactly. I am from China is very choppy.
Yes. It's like driving with square wheels.
Huh. Bump, bump, bump. A harsh ride.
Every word gets equal weight from the learner.
But I'm from China. Just glides naturally.
You sand down those square corners into round wheels.
It removes all that awkward social feeling.
It really does. The human mouth loves efficiency.
Right. Native speakers link words naturally.
Shadowing teaches you to drop syllables.
And it softens the edges of the words.
Which sounds much friendlier to the listener.
Let's look at sentence 2. Adding emotion.
Lucy says, I am a student. Just a fact.
But Jordan adds a real feeling to it.
I'm a student and I really enjoy studying English.
Every day. It's not just sharing facts anymore.
Right. You're showing your personality.
You stop being a resume. You become a person.
And you really need to show that personhood.
Especially out in the real world.
Then we have sentence 3, asking for help.
A very essential survival phrase.
Excuse me, could you tell me where the library is?
That's crucial for navigating the real world.
And the real world brings us to a danger zone.
Oh, yes. The trap of accidental rudeness.
This is a huge source of anxiety.
It really is. Learners get so nervous.
They accidentally offend people all the time.
Simply because their vocabulary is too blunt.
Let's look at the cafe scenario.
Right. Lucy wants to order a coffee.
Her A1 approach is way too direct.
She says, I want a coffee.
Give me one coffee, please. Oh, wow.
Even with please, it's so aggressive.
It sounds very demanding, doesn't it?
Yes. It almost sounds like a threat.
I can imagine a barista running away.
But we have to show empathy here.
Right. A1 learners aren't trying to be rude.
They just have a very small toolkit.
They know the verb for desire, want.
And they know the word for transfer, give.
So they just use what they know.
Exactly. They don't have conditional words yet.
So Jordan gives a much more polite upgrade.
I'd like a large coffee, please.
And a piece of chocolate cake. Much better.
Learning A2 is really about social awareness.
It's about not sounding rude by accident.
I would like is a subtle shift on paper.
But socially, it is night and day.
Why is that exactly?
Because language level dictates your social politeness.
It shows cultural awareness.
When you say, I want, you center yourself.
You only focus on your own desires.
But I would like acknowledges the other person.
It gives them space to agree or decline.
It respects the unwritten rules of the culture.
You don't treat the barista like a vending machine.
Let's run through the other daily life sentences.
Making small talk about the weather is one.
It's a beautiful day today, isn't it?
I love the sunshine. That's so pleasant.
The crucial part there is the tag question.
The isn't it at the end.
Yes. It's a masterful psychological tool.
How does that work?
It's a beautiful day is just a fact.
The other person can just nod and walk away.
But isn't it acts as a psychological tether?
It forces the other person to respond.
It builds instant agreement with a stranger.
That's brilliant. A conversational lifeline.
And sharing hobbies is important too. In my free time.
I like listening to music and watching movies.
Navigating a store is also super important.
How much does this red t-shirt cost?
Is there a discount? Very useful phrases.
You can't just yell discount now at a shopkeeper.
Precisely. Asking for a discount causes social friction.
You have to use a softened tone.
Your language needs to preserve their social dignity.
So politeness gets you coffee and a t-shirt.
But it doesn't necessarily make you friends.
Right. To make friends, you need to explain why.
This brings us to sentences 8 through 10.
The biggest mental jump in the lesson.
Yes. Moving from describing what to explaining why.
The difference between states and reasons.
Lucy says, I am tired. I want to sleep.
That is a very normal feeling.
But Jordan gives the A2 upgrade.
He says, I'm feeling a bit tired today.
Because I stayed up late last night.
Okay, wait. I have a question about this.
Sure, go ahead.
Why is that because so crucial?
It's the key to moving up a level.
But doesn't adding because feel a bit risky?
What do you mean by risky?
Well, you are volunteering extra personal info.
Ah, I see. You might make a mistake.
Right. The instinct is to say less and hide.
But that because is actually a bridge.
How does it build a bridge? Exactly.
Who turns a dead-end sentence into an invitation?
Oh, I get it now.
I am tired is a closed-loop statement.
It shuts down the entire interaction.
Right. The listener can only say goodbye.
It leaves nowhere for the conversation to travel.
But adding because opens the loop.
It gives the listener something to respond to.
You leave a thread hanging for them to pull.
They can ask, why are you up late?
Were you out with friends?
Yeah.
It invites curiosity.
It shows a little bit of vulnerability.
Yes. Sharing your reasons implies trust.
It shows you view them as a friend.
That vulnerability is the foundation of human connection.
It builds conversational momentum.
Then we have the final two sentences.
Making future plans is a big step.
What are you doing this weekend?
Do you want to go to the park?
This shows a massive shift in agency.
The learner is directing the language now.
They feel secure enough to start a new interaction.
And finally, a very warm goodbye.
It was lovely talking to you.
Have a wonderful evening. That's so nice.
Contrast that with a blunt, simple goodbye.
The warmth leaves a lasting impression.
The whole transformation is just incredible.
The learner starts so isolated, stating dry facts.
But by the end, they're sharing feelings.
They're making plans and building real consensus.
Lucy actually calls this transformation magic.
But Jordan corrects her. It isn't magic.
Right. It's just practice, consistent practice.
There is no secret pill for this.
The source gives some really practical advice.
Try the conversational challenge aloud daily.
And more importantly, record your own voice.
Listen back to it. Compare it.
Recording yourself can be deeply uncomfortable,
We all cringe at our own voices.
especially when struggling with a new skill.
But it is an irreplaceable diagnostic tool.
It really is. You can hear the square wheels,
You hear where your sentence is clunky,
where you failed to link the words together
or where your tone completely flatlined.
because your working memory was overloaded.
So, to you listening right now,
Whether you are learning a new language,
or just improving your public speaking,
that leap to conversationalist is entirely within your reach.
it is a mechanical process.
Just intentionally focus on rounding out those wheels.
Adopt contractions for efficiency.
Use tag questions to build consensus.
And open your communication lips with words like because.
Look past the grammatical mechanics.
Focus entirely on the humanity of the delivery.
Before we go, I have a provocative thought.
Oh, I love these. What is it?
Think about your own native language habits.
Okay. Your daily interactions at work or home,
Maybe it's a high-stress environment at work.
or a chaotic morning with your family.
How often do you communicate like an A1 learner?
Wow. Just bluntly stating facts and demands.
Right. Defaulting to closed loop, blunt demands.
I need this report. I am tired.
Give me a coffee. We need to leave now.
We strip away the context entirely.
We drop the tone and just bark data.
Just trying to get through the day's friction.
Contrast that with being an A2 speaker.
Taking a conscious breath.
Taking 3 seconds to sand down the square wheels.
Adding a little warmth to your tone.
Providing the because to explain why.
Using open loop questions to build a bridge.
It's something to really mull over.
It definitely is. Connections take a little effort.
Nobody wants to interact with a robot.
Real connection always requires a little bit of color.
Thanks for exploring this deep dive with us.